Hey guys, it is day 2 of the school closures. This little guy is loving it, mostly because he doesn't really understand the bigger reasons behind it. But it means that I and Mr. Hulawatt are home to snuggle him and pet him all day and keep him company. He's actually a very social cat. So right now, this video is going to be a continuation of the last video I posted, the levels of questioning, simplified Bloom's taxonomy. I use it a lot in reading strategies, and I'm going to be referencing it in future videos. So I created this video as a practice of those levels of questioning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a series of questions and give you a little bit of time to think, and you will determine what level is the question. You don't have to know the answer, although how much you know or how easy you're able to answer it or how quickly or how much you have to think about it might be a clue as to what level it is. Not always, but something to think about. So to participate in this practice video, I usually do story time, and I like to read an Aesop's fable like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Cricket and the Ant, or what's the other one I do? Completely blanking. I think those are the two that I do. Maybe also The Lion and the Mouse. These are really great stories. Speaking of my lion, he wants to run away. So in order to see the video, cat hair as usual, hold it. If you would like to see the video that has the story I'm going to be asking questions about in this video, it is linked in the information at the bottom of this video. So I need you to hit pause, go down to the information, click that link, but maybe you want to open it in a new tab so that you could keep your spot on this video and come right back. It's only a 2.5-minute video. It's a cute little animation. It's made for maybe younger kids, but I think you guys will enjoy it too. So go watch that and then come on back. So this is a levels of questioning practice with The Boy Who Cried Wolf. There are 14 questions, so if you want to get a scratch piece of paper and see how many you get right out of the 14, that might be kind of fun. And keep in mind, we're not giving answers to the questions, we are categorizing the question into what level it is. So on we go. We are on the honors system. Try to actually give yourself some time to think about the answer. Don't just sit there and wait. You will get the most out of it if you try to think. And if at any point you need more time, just go ahead and click pause. What level is this question? How did the villagers react the first time the boy cried wolf? The answer, very easy to see on the screen, level 1. If the wolf had never shown up, would the boy have done a 4th wolf cry? The if in this question should be a pretty big clue. It's not always the right clue, but this is a level 3 hypothetical question. It's creating a new situation and a new path for the story. How did the villagers react the 3rd time the boy cried wolf when a wolf really appeared? The answer, it's level 1. It's easy to see. You see them drinking their coffee and not reacting. What is the setting of the story? The answer, level 1, pretty solidly. You could see that it's set in a farming town. However, I could provide level 2 answers because, you know, what if I were asking this question, asking what is the country this is set in, or what is the era in history this might be set in? We could maybe play at level 2 with this question. How did the sheep get killed? The answer, this is a level 1 question. You're not left wondering. You see the wolf come and feast on the sheep. Lying is one way to break someone's trust. What are some others? The answer, This is an extended level 3 question. And if you notice, I don't really even ask about the story truly in this question. I kind of take an element of the story, which is the fact that the boy was lying, and I extend it out. So the story talks about lying and breaking the trust of the villagers, and I'm extending it beyond, asking what other ways can you break somebody's trust? What is the boy's personality like? And the English teacher translation of this is, what character traits does the boy have? The answer, this is a level 2 question. I mean, yes, sometimes stories will say he was cunning and he was mean and he was conniving. But this story, you kind of just had to go by observing the boy and figuring out what are his personality traits based on the choices that he makes. Why were the villagers so frustrated with the boy? Could this be a level 2? Could it be a level 1? We could probably play with both. We could definitely say that it was because he kept crying wolf, but we can maybe even go into level 2 and come up with more advanced ways to answer this question. Would you respond to the third wolf cry? This is a level 3 extended. You are taking, while we do have elements of the story in this question, you are extending it out and presenting the situation to someone outside of the text. And almost asking if this were a parallel universe and you were in it, like what would you do? So it's a level 3 extended. How did the villagers react the second time the boy cried wolf? This is a level 1 question. In what ways do people cry wolf in our world? This is a level 3 extended. So while we do have a reference to the story with the crying wolf, this extends it out into the world. Like, how do people say that something's wrong and call for help and when nothing is truly wrong? And you guys have probably heard that idiom, cry wolf, perhaps even before you read the story, because it is just so used because so many people know the story or have been told it in either a formal or a casual way. Were the villagers right to not respond to the boy's third wolf cry? Oops, sorry, got a little ahead. This is a level 2 question. How did the villagers feel about being tricked? And I had already jumped ahead with this one, but in case you didn't see the answers, this is kind of a trick question. We've got level 1, because, you can kind of see it on their faces, but I don't know. I don't think I heard anyone say, I am incredibly annoyed and I no longer trust you. And so maybe it's a level 2 because this could be answered in many ways based on interpreting what we see on the screen. What does it mean to cry wolf? The answer, this is level 2 because you are kind of taking something that you see in the story and saying what it means within the story, but it could also be a level 3 because you could probably ask this question to someone who hasn't read the story and they could probably tell you simply because this is an idiom that a lot of people use and know well. So, how did you do? Sorry, my cat's down here rolling on the floor asking for pets and looking super cute, so I might be a little bit distracted. If you just did that practice and you're feeling really great, awesome for you. If you are feeling like you still don't quite get the concept, it's totally fine to get a couple of them wrong. I did throw a few trick ones in there, but if you're feeling like, I didn't do so well, don't worry. We don't usually use these questions I mean, we use them in this way where we look at literature and we ask questions, but they might make more sense once you start applying them at your current intellect level. So like if you're a 7th grader or an 8th grader, once we start applying this to texts that are more 7th and 8th grade level, you'll see it in practice more and see the handiness of it and understand the concept more. So we're gonna get more practice. If you didn't do so well, that's fine. If you did great, awesome for you. I'm very happy for you as well. So don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'm gonna start working on the content that is coming next. So after you click like and subscribe to my channel, what I'd like you to do is go pick out a short poem. Google yourself a short poem because the next video, we're gonna actually apply this with some poetry. And that will really help if you've got a poem already picked out. So in the comments below, I would like one of two things, or you could do both. One thing you could tell me in the comments below is, how did you do on the levels of questioning practice? Hey, baby. Hey, Holden. The other thing you could tell me is what poem are you gonna bring with you when I post my next video? All right, guys, until the next one, missing my real life students and hoping that this is helping students anyone who might have stumbled upon my channel. Thanks, bye.